Hey guys, today we're going to show you how to remove and replace brake pads and rotors on a 2006 GMC Sierra. This is the same for 99 to 08, I believe, Sierra or Silverado. Again, this is similar, if not the same concept for most vehicles, but this is specifically for this car. So first thing you're going to want to do is you'll want to pop this cap off. If you do have a cap on your wheels, that will expose your lug nuts. We have 6 lug nuts on this that we will be having to remove. So looking at my toolbox here, I will need, I believe, a 22 millimeter socket with my impact. We will not need this for a little time. Use your legs on your back when you lift your heavy wheels. Roll this out of the way for now. And here we have our brake system. Look at this really quick, see what we got. So we have our rotor, caliper, brake pads, and then you have your caliper bracket that holds the caliper on, and then slider pins in the back. So you're probably wondering why we're replacing these. They look pretty good. Brake pads are not terribly worn down. The rotor is not terribly worn down. Well, these are pretty old rotors to begin with. The thickness is still good, so the spec is still good, but we need to replace them because we took this on a Florida trip and it got very hot going up and down the mountains. So now we have warped rotors because we did go over a puddle of water or two. So whenever you brake now, we have a really bad vibration in the front. And it's not suspension because we checked suspension already, everything looks good. And we checked the wheels are good. So again, it comes down to your brakes. And so based on looking at this, we do see some hot spots here and there. They're not evenly worn as they should be. I'm going to show you guys now how to replace brake pads and rotors on this truck. So first you start with trying to move the caliper, to expose the caliper over here. We have, I believe there's a 19 millimeter. I'm not very sure though. $19mm, yes, bingo. I usually try to break the bottom one loose first. Okay. Now that our caliper is off, we'll put this aside. You don't want to break anything out of the way to make sure it's nice and put away. There's our brake pads. Again, our brake pads don't look terrible. They're not bad. We have plenty of life here left. But again, if we don't replace it, we're going to keep on having that vibration that the customer is not going to be very happy with. Okay, so these I would hold on to for the future, just in case. Now we need to remove the caliper bracket off, which will be 18 millimeter. Again, that vibration definitely helps break everything loose whenever you're working with any sort of impact. We're going to try and probably respray or just clean up maybe our caliper bracket here to make it look a little better. These are This is the hardware that comes with brakes usually. We're going to find out very shortly if our brakes that we ordered from Rock Auto do have new hardware. If not, we have to reuse this. But you're supposed to clean it up really nice and well. So again, the brake pads can slide in and out very easily on this. The last thing to do on here is remove this very heavy rotor. Okay, if you see in the back is completely worn down unevenly. It's not right, but the front looks pretty good. So that kind of tricked us a little bit, I guess you'd say. There's a new rotor that we're going to put on there. Okay, there's that. The next thing is, before you put everything else on, you would want to spray this down with brake clean, because there is oils from the factory that are put on there so it doesn't rust away. You don't want those oils when you try and stop. So that's that. And then it will evaporate on its own. Now the next step is going to try and clean the caliper bracket. Potentially paint this. We're going to clean the caliper itself, basically degreasing it, making sure the seals are good, doing an inspection of it. So that will be part 2 of this video. Show you guys how to install everything now.